Oh! I'm back. Once more, into the fray. Anyways, how do I play this game again? Oh yeah, just like that. Anyways, let's see what Ariel has to say.
Far in the eastern mountains, a stifled titan stands in mute surrender, unwilling host to a parasitic swarm.
Cool. Alright, so I think it's Zephon. Well, I say I think. It's not like I played this game bloody 100 times. I already know it's Zephon. This means we have to go back to the beginning of the overworld, I guess you'd call it. Oh yeah, the Soul Reaver, we have it now. This spectral beam weapon. Yeah, I'm just going to ignore like quite a few of these enemies. Who cares? Let's just get past them. I'm trying to remember the paths in my head where I need to go.
Your brother Zephon's keep lies far to the east, beyond the ruins that greeted your first exit from the underworld. He and his brood have cocooned themselves in a derelict cathedral, having murdered its human guardians.
Cool. Oh shit, where's that portal? There it is. Nice. Now the Soul Reaver's great and all, but if you get hit once, it just goes. But yeah, it is the most powerful weapon in the game. In all the games, actually. It has that reputation. Was there water in here? Alright, yeah. Oh! Let's not drop into the water. There's water in this room as well, isn't there? Yeah. Play it safe, play it safe. Ah, so this is where the Metroidvania kind of style comes into play. Like, you could just get new abilities and go to places that you couldn't once before. And as a result of that, there's like a lot of extra hidden areas that are completely optional. I'm presuming, not presuming, I know at one point like the other areas were supposed to be like usable. Most likely they want people to like explore their world that they've created. Oh dear. Here we go. Now these guys are jumpy. I mean, that's one of the things I didn't talk about. The shifting between realms, spectral and material realms. That was like a really like. I don't think any other game studio did that before. I guess it's like a unique selling point. Like, look, the textures, they shift and the geometry shifts. It's not like mind-blowing by today's standards, but like it maybe wasn't mind-blowing back then, but it was definitely unique. I have to give it that much. Just trying to jump past this guy. There we go. It looked like he got a little hit on me, but like the damage didn't register. Now this is going to be long and boring, so let's try and get through this as fast as possible. Yes, it's just saying, go up here. There's a part of me that doesn't actually like that too much. The whole like hand-holding aspect. If the game is like really just stupidly confusing, like there's no way in hell that someone's gonna like figure out the path, sure, but like I don't know, it's kind of like just let me figure it out. And obviously because of like muscle memory, which is failing because I had to jump this way, I just know the pathing. Yeah, I played this series way too much as a child. There's gonna be a cutscene right now. How did I know? How did I know there was gonna be a cutscene? Interesting. They cocoon their food, huh? Oh, come on, jump up that ledge. An actual dialogue cutscene.
Once a testament to mankind's defiance of Kain's empire, this towering cathedral now stood derelict. The humans who worshipped here, dead for centuries. Its architects conceived this tower as a holy weapon against the vampire menace, a colossal instrument of brass and stone. The cathedral's pipes, once tuned to blast a deadly hymn, now stood silent, and these vacant spaces whistled their impotence.
Ah, yes, of course, and I've already played this, I actually played this co-op with my brother, so, I've already said this story, but like the original ending was supposed to be Story for one in comparison to like all the other games is the one that has for the fans of the series, it has the notorious like cut content like story of how like the game was going to be completely different in its ending and stuff, and even the origins of the game is like a bit bizarre. It was supposed to be, I don't even think it was supposed to be like a Kain game to begin with. It was supposed to be something else, but because of a rights dispute between Crystal Dynamics and who are the other guys, Silicon Knights, they just like kind of, you know, slapped on Legacy of Kain and like rewrote the story of the characters a little bit. But like the mechanic of like this angel-like character shifting between realms, I think the original codename, well, the original idea for the game was supposed to be something called Shifter, so that says it all. Anyways, the original cut content, like the pipes, it was supposed to be at the end, the original ending of this game, you were supposed to have killed Kain, and then it was supposed to like end at this place right now, where you just open up all the sound pipes and the deadly hymn is blown and you save the land, hooray. Now I have to go here first. I was wondering if I went into the wrong door. This might be eventful, because I don't have any pipe weapons in here. I don't have any pipe weapons, there's a lot of these guys. No, of course he does that. No, not up there, over here. Oh, damn it. Come on, line up, throw, stabbed. Oh dear. Oh, you're a tough one. You're a tough boy. He's the adult version, that's why he's tough. Alright. You too. What? Maybe I can't throw him on that one. I'll bring him over here then. Ah, damn it. Alright, I'm just gonna smash him up a bit. It's kind of weird because like his character model is pushing my model around him. And he's really not, he doesn't want to go onto that spike. Maybe I get the point of what my brother was saying about like this being hard. There we go. As soon as I said something about that, he just gets impaled. Okay, this is a bit of an arse. Because of like need another block. I've got this correct and I've lined it up correctly. It's just I need to push that bitch in. Raziel's like a strong little cookie, isn't he? Oops, daisies. Nope, don't want to do that. I want to push it. Push. Push. That clicked into place. This one goes over here. The reason why I impaled those guys and didn't take their souls was I think if they're impaled and you don't do that, none of the others respawn. If I just absorbed their souls, again, self-evident, more guys would drop down from the ceiling. It's just one of those things. The only slight problem is my health bar is on a timer, because you need to refill your health all the time. Obviously you're sustained if you have the Soul Reaver, but someone just dropped down, so this is probably going to be me dying. Yeah. Let's just get a Soul Reaver and smash this guy. I've already said before that I'm not actually doing any of the secret stuff in this run, so like no Fire Reaver. Sorry guys. The Fire Reaver is like the best weapon in the goddamn game though. I'll just have to get along without it, which is very, very easy enough. This is more of like a kind of what it would have been like the first time I was playing the game. It's like I played the game and then because I was into the series, I actually went on like a website. I don't even remember the website's name. Maybe it's called like Dark Chronicles or something. I can't remember the name for the life of me. There was like a few websites, fan, you know, like just general fan websites dedicated to this, and yeah, like I learned about there was a game called Blood Omen, and in fact, I might as well just talk about my history of this series. So, Legacy of Kain, 5 games. They sold alright, nothing like... people are saying, oh, they should do a reboot, like Crystal Dynamics should do a reboot. But as of this recording, they've made the where am I going? I'm going this way. That's where I have to go. I was going to jump down then. Crystal Dynamics have made the Tomb Raider 2013 reboot and Rise of the Tomb Raider. They didn't do Shadow. That was Square Enix Montreal. I think Crystal Dynamics is hard at work on like some kind of Marvel game. I think. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, people are basically saying, "Oh, they should do a reboot," but I'd love it, but I'd be conflicted about it because it's like just leave it in the past. It's like good as it is. Oh, I guess it's dependent on the viewer, I suppose. This might be dark. This isn't Fortnite. Yeah, I'm showing the times right here. It's not even Fortnite. That's hard. It's Apex Legends right now. But yeah, shit, what I'm trying to say, I don't think it's not commercially viable to like make bloody soul like another Legacy of Kain game. I know that the series didn't exactly end. It was just kind of like not open-ended. Oh yeah, it was kind of like an open-ended ending, like the possibility of a sequel, which I'll discuss after the history of my experiences with this game. Yeah, so this playthrough is just replicating the first time I ever played it, but the first one I actually played was SARAFAN 2. My brother, he bought this game, SARAFAN 2, because he played it on like one of those archaic demo discs for the PlayStation 2. And he was like, this looks pretty fun. It might have been a playable section of the game, or it might have been a trailer, I can't remember. Anyways, that's a human. He's dead now. That guy's dead now. Yeah, he played this. He saw this demo disc. It showed off like the shifting bit, so it was like all this like green blue world. It was like, that looks cool. I'm gonna buy the game, or get mummy to buy the game for us, because we're not old enough. We don't have any money. So he bought it, and it was me who ended up playing it. I was the one who fell in love with it. I think the only game out of this series that Ben has actually completed, my brother has actually completed, has been the second game. The second game is definitely the shortest, but it's my favourite out of the series. Shit. Come on. Damn, that other dude messed up my entire run of like stabbing this guy. There, bang, you're dead. Give me that pipe. Played SARAFAN 2, completed it, loved it. It was like one of those games. Everyone references like Metal Gear Solid 1 as like kind of like, oh, video games can be more than like what people presume they can be. But even after me and my brother played Metal Gear Solid 1, it was SARAFAN 2 for me that was kind of like, holy shit, like, you know, like there could be a really good story in a video game, or like compelling story. Like I want to see where it goes. I guess that's like the objective of storytelling, of like making the viewer want to see where it's going to go, not necessarily how it's going to end, but like where the hell is it going, kind of deal, and being excited to see like the next cutscene. That's like SARAFAN 2 in a. Is it a nutcase? I don't know the phrase of word. But SARAFAN 2 is like literally the page turner of games. It's just like, all right, I need to progress through the game to get to that next cutscene to see where it goes, and then SARAFAN 2 right now is like really short. I could complete it in about 4 hours, but back when like you didn't have any idea where to go or how to do the puzzles, that was a different story. That was like spent ages. I remember the first time I beat Yanis Aldrin's Retreat. It was during the 2000 Oh yeah, oh god. I think it was like the 2001 Winter Olympics or something like that. So yeah, back when the world was changing. And the video game industry was like shifting. But yeah, played Soul Reaver 2, loved it. I was like, alright, I need to play Soul Reaver 1. So got Soul Reaver 1. I like this one, but like Soul Reaver 2 was just something else for me. Then there was Blood Omen. Blood Omen 1. No, not Blood Omen 1, there was Blood Omen 2. That came out. Played that. I liked it, but it was just like, this is not the same as like, you know, the Soul Reaver series. This guy's gonna hit me, isn't he? Yeah, he did. Oh, the sweet boys, the cute boys, shall I say. They attacked me, and they died for their transgressions. Where was I at? Blood Omen 2. Yeah, it was okay, but it was just like, in hindsight, and even as a kid, I was like, this is just not as good. Because of the fan in me, I can't say it was shit. It was just bad. And the thing about Blood Omen 2 is it breaks continuity with like the storyline. That is like the unforgivable part of it. It's like there's a character called Vorador in this series, and he's supposed to be, he's a badass vampire, but it's not in the timeline continuity. It's not right that he's alive in like Blood Omen 2. And the fact that there's other vampires, Kain is supposed to be, the whole point was Kain was supposed to be the last of his kind. Anyways. Yeah, so Blood Omen 2, kind of a big letdown. And then I was waiting for Soul Reaver 3. No. Let me correct myself. I'm getting too excited. I can chat shit, can't I? That guy can chat shit. He's loving it. He's like, yes! Bam! Oh, you hit me. Son of a bitch. Come on. That's him done for. So yeah, the way it goes is I got Soul Reaver 2, but it was my brother's. I class it as my game, even though technically it's his. Soul Reaver 2, Soul Reaver 1, Blood Omen 2, then it was just like trying to find a physical copy for Blood Omen 1 was bloody hard because it's like, it's a rare game, I reckon, to come by, especially now. And managed to get it through eBay. And then it was just like, but at that point I've already been on like, you know, the fan websites, like looking at the lore of the game and all that. And yeah, I've went through that, and it's been great. But like when I get to Blood Omen 1, I already know the entire storyline because I've read it. I read like the script. That's how nerdy I was as a kid. I actually went and like read the dialogue scripts. Bit of a fun fact for Soul Reaver 2. I think this is why the website's named after it. In Soul Reaver 2, there's a bit in the options that's called the Dark Chronicle. That just logs the. It's just basically like the script of like the game. So if you want to read it, you can read it again. Yeah, so I played Blood Omen 1, and Blood Omen 1 I surprisingly really enjoyed. It's another kind of like, you know, Zelda-ish game. I guess you could like equate it to like just the dark version of A Link to the It's not A Link to the Past, but it's like, it's in that vein of gameplay and style and stuff. But yeah, like, I played that, loved it. I think that's like Ooh, would I put it above Defiance? I don't think... It depends. I have to play Defiance again. Yeah, so I played like the classics. There's a lot of souls in here, isn't there? So I played it in the order of SARAFAN 2, 1, and then Blood Omen 2, and then Blood Omen 1. And then I was just waiting and waiting for SARAFAN 3 to come out. And then you get these weird trailers for Defiance. I don't think anyone cares, but like I'm gonna say it anyways. It was like these weird... They got like some kind of like, I don't know, indie rock band to do some music over a trailer that did not fit at all with the SARAFAN series. Oh shit. Alright, I know what I have to do. I have to hit the 2 bells. Yeah, so Defiance was like, oh, it's not called SARAFAN 3. And then it was just like, oh, you get to play as Kain as well. And I don't know why. I was kind of like, why'd you get to play as Kain? I'd rather just be Raziel. But Kain's like cool as well. Of course he's cool. The series is based around him. But yeah, you had these odd trailers back in like 2003 that are promoting it. They're going for more kind of like Devil May Cry kind of like combat style. But you know, shit in comparison. Because there's no way. Like Defiance was the last game in the series, and I put it above Blood Omen 2. I'm gonna have to say Defiance is my 4th liked game, actually, because like for me it was just even though I'm a fanboy, I was kind of let down by Defiance for some reason. I might change my opinion when I play it, when I get round to it, because like that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going through the Legacy Kain series. I'm not going through Blood Omen 2 though. So I mean, I don't think anyone really cares about this like SARAFAN 1, and I've messed up already. I was talking too much and thinking about what I was going to say that I forgot that I had to shift into the spectral realm there. So this is me, my first official blunder in this playthrough, I suppose. I should just delete my channel now. If you haven't noticed, I'm trying to like think of a lot of shit to say whilst doing this boring ass long section. There we go. See, like time pretty much stops. Yeah, Defiance. It was okay. Here we go, there's gonna be a guy right in here somewhere. It's over there. Let's go for all the blades. I don't care. Just in case I need to come back in here. Whoa! Stop throwing that shit at me. Whoa! That guy looks metal as shit, so I'm not going to deal with that guy. Whoa! Oh, he got me. Whatever. Who cares? Let's keep going. Okay. What else? Haha. Is this the way I'm supposed to go anyways? Oh shit. No. Alright. Whoa, it's flamethrower dude. Flamethrower vampire hunter guy. What else? What else, Max? Come on, think. Think, god damn it. There's other things to say. There were supposed to be more Legacy of Kain games, so there's going to be a 6th one that was being developed straight after. Side note, Amy Hegging, she was the creative director on SARAFAN 1, 2 and Defiance. So there you go, that's why these games have pretty, you know, solid storylines, and like, well, maybe not the storyline, but, oh yeah, I'd say it's solid. But like the dialogue is like just spot on. It's just me being biased. I don't think there's like a really like a a goofy or, you know, messed up line of dialogue in any of these games that's like been botched. It's not like, you know, Resident Evil 1 voiceover where it's just like a gibble sandwich. Oh, I have to hit this guy. Oh, that guy hit me. Whoa. Oh, he's slashing me. Come on. Come on. Of course, it wasn't enough. Ah, and this dreaded shit. Right, so Amy Hagen, she directed... Oh, look at that, I got it right. She was the creative director for like this game, Story Return and Defiance. Then she moved over to like Naughty Dog. Did the first... What did she do? Might as well take that torch while I'm here. She did the first... She was creative director for the first 3 Uncharted games. Then I think she was working on Uncharted 4, then like that project changed. She left. She brought some guy who was like in the original storyline of Uncharted 4 with her to Visceral Games, then EA closed them down. I don't know how Amy's doing. Oh, she's doing alright. Because I like Amy Hagen. I like her stuff. Her thingy. I like her work. She has a good back catalogue of work. Let's see now. Shut this one. Oops. No, anyways, what was I saying? The Legacy of Kain series was kind of put on hold. It wasn't originally put on hold, but like Defiance didn't sell. I don't think it sold as well as like that now defunct publisher Eidos wanted. So it's like, you know, we're not making enough one. We've got the Tomb Raider license now. Let's make Tomb Raider Legend or whatever it was called. And yeah, like after Defiance finished, they started production on something called, I think it was called Legacy of Kain Dark Prophecy. And it was going to be like, you know, continuing on from where, I'm presuming it was going to continue straight on from where Defiance finished. Like literally at like the Vampire Citadel, if that makes sense to anyone. I'm saying a lot, aren't I? Yeah, so like work began on like Legacy of Kain, Dark Prophecy, but yeah, it was just some of the key people who Amy left in charge. One of them unfortunately died, I think. Like one of the directors who was like heavily involved in the Legacy of Kain stuff. Like when she left, she entrusted it to some guy, and he unfortunately died. So that was like, obviously that's like bad, or a sad event. And they did some like character modeling. What else did they do? They did concepts and stuff like that, and like they started modeling out environments. I think Malik's Bastion was supposed to be like one of the environments that was being modeled out. I just know that I have to push this pipe, alright, because it's important for later. The game doesn't explicitly tell you that, but obviously I spent hours as a kid like raging over like not being able to progress. So, and failing to land on my target. There we go, I'm on target now. Anyways, Dark Prophecy, it had like Malik's Bastion being concepted out. Everything looked good. And then it was kind of like, nah, we have to just like work on like Tomb Raider now. So that's what they did. and they made like 2 Tomb Raider games that I haven't really played. I heard that Tomb Raider Legend was alright. Actually, no, they made 3. They made Tomb Raider Anniversary as well, Crystal Dynamics. And then I think it was Tomb Raider Underworld, and then they did Reboot. I really, really like the Reboot. I do not like, whatchamacallit, Rise of the Tomb Raider. I really, for some whatever reason, that's just boring, that one to me. And I'm kind of done with Tomb Raider at this point anyways. It was just kind of like a novelty, like, oh, it's back, and it's like, yo, an Uncharted clone. I digress. So, the history of Legacy of Kain, right, yeah, where was I at? Can I make that jump? I can. If I just keep going forward. There we go. Yeah, so they started work on Dark Prophecy, that got canned early in development. That's not really uncommon. Like, when you prototype a game, I've not actually been in the industry. I have, like, researched it, and I've researched, like, you know, obviously this, like, little thing that I'm talking about, Dark Prophecy. Oh, those are big dudes. Let me just hit this pipe. Haha. I'm stuck on Dark Prophecy, by the way. Dark Prophecy was like, they prototyped it and then they were kind of like, people were feeling good. That's a guy T-posing as he jumps, because like they have a jump thing. It's not really an attack. Can I get past this bloody sentence? They basically forget about Dark Prophecy. They move on. A few years later, Eidos is like just bought up by Square Enix. I know, it's kind of weird. I guess they wanted more Western kind of developers. Like Square Enix, as everyone knows, they used to be Squaresoft, and then Square, then Square Enix. The Japanese company that makes most famous for Final Fantasy. Kingdom Hearts 3 has just come out as of me speaking about this. So technically, they own the rights to Soul Reaver, and they basically, I don't know whoever it was, if it was like some kind of fan base or something like that, but some studio, I think it was Climax Studios actually, which is one hell of a name for a game studio. They were kind of like, let's try and make a game called, I think it was called Legacy of Kain Dark Sun. And I don't know what I feel about that, because it was just like, the character model looked like Raziel, pretty much. It had that shift mechanic. It was just like, what are you doing? Are you just retreading old, like nothing new, just let's do something that's familiar. This guy's tough, so I'm just gonna smash him up a bit. Move this block over. Oh, he actually jumped onto a wall, and there's a guy behind him. I know I need this here because of to get out for later, which I can. So, you know, we're all good here. Dead Sun. Yeah, so they tried to do a Legacy of Kain game called Dead Sun. It looked mediocre at best. It was like a game that was being developed for like 2012, I think. And it was just, it looked, it was definitely using the Unreal Engine 3. Yeah, Unreal Engine 3 engine. And yeah, it looked fine, but it was just like, okay, there's this person, and they had like, you know, it wasn't clever dialogue. I think the word bastard, the curse word bastard is used 4 times in this entire series. because it's not really about swearing, but like in this like little it was like a demo, you know, the developer Climax Studios, I think it was, they made like a demo for it just to show the investors, I suppose. You know, just like this is the game, this is what it's going to feel like, what it's going to look like. The pitch, in other words, to get full funding. And yeah, you just have like a lady with like one tit hanging out, who's a vampire hunter, and like they're all like just. And I'm not opposed to games that have like swear words. Like if you, I love the beginning of like GTA 5 when it's just like Franklin and I think he's called Lamar. I can't remember his name. It's been a while since I played GTA 5, but like it's like self-evident straight away that alright, this game it's not messing around with the language, and especially with like you know, racial terms, the N-word is thrown out a hell of a lot, and I do respect that in like Rockstar. They don't. It's like the culture, like Franklin and Lamar are like in I can't remember the name. Is it San Andreas? San Andreas. So San Andreas is based like, it's a play on like Los Angeles, California culture, and like the black community in like Los Angeles, America. I've never been to Los Angeles, America, but like, you know, I've watched movies and stuff like that, you know, just general pop culture. So it's just like they're raw pretty much with like just the picture of like, you know, California, and it's like it doesn't mess around. But like what I'm getting at is the Legacy of Kain series has like really, really nice flowing dialogue that's a bit like wordy, and you know, I don't want to say it's up its own arse, but like they use a bit like, you know the big words. It's like, oh, that sounds impressive. But yeah, for whatever reason, this demo of Dead Sun was kind of like the vampire hunters were always, you know, using the F word. It's just like, why? Anyways, I'll get onto that more so after I do this boss fight, because we're approaching a boss fight. Hooray, we're past the boring bit.
Prodigal son, there is no returning for you, Raziel.
Zephan, your visage becomes you. It's an appropriate reflection of your soul.
And you are not his handsome Raziel anymore. His precious firstborn son turned betrayer. You have missed so many changes, little Raziel. Look around you. See how the human's weapon of destruction has become my home. Indeed, my body. A cocoon of brick and granite from which to watch a pupating world.
A crevice in which to cower, only scuttling from the shadows to devour a victim already ensnared in your cowardly trap. But you've made the mistake of leaving me unbound, and it is you who must succumb to my will.
Will, instinct, reflex action. The insect mind finds little difference. I warn you, brother. As my stature has grown, so it is matched by my appetite. Step forward, morsel.
There you go, that's offensive to morsels. Ah! Alright, you giant crab creature, and he's not a crab, by the way. Are you gonna extrude your amber? There we go, the sweet nectar. Ah! Eat this! Come on. Whoa! Get me! It's like it. He looks like he has like. It's like giant titties and a butthole. And I'm dead. Wow. He's pretty tough. And is there 2 wraiths in here? There might be 2 wraiths. There's 2 of them. Oh, I need to deal with one of you guys. Oh, it's still there. No, it's gonna blow, isn't it? Damn it, it blew. It's a bit tough, actually. Go on, shit it out. Shit one out. There you go. Haha. Come on, give me that. And then once more with feeling. Oh! Nasty. Oh, that was like... I'm not gonna risk that, I'm gonna get some health. Actually, no. I'm gonna... Yeah, once they hit you, they have like a beam of energy that like... There you go, did you see that? Like, how fast my health drained right then. Alright, chill out, mate. Chill out, pal. Stop that, I'm gonna hit your titties. There you go. Ah. Now shit out. There we go. There we go. Goodbye, little insect brother. See you in hell.
Consuming Zephon's apostate soul has bestowed on you a new gift. Like his vampire spawn, you are able to scale certain walls which are otherwise impassable, but only in the physical realm. In the spirit world, these insubstantial edifices will not support you. In the mountains beyond the pillars, Nosgoth's cataclysms have exposed an ancient crime. Endowed with Zephon's soul, you may now progress where your path was hitherto impeded.
Yes. He didn't tell me though. Like that is not explicit. If like you don't have like a guide or anything. I think as a kid I needed to use a guide to like get through this game, but you have to go back to like the pillars. There's like a wall that you can climb, but it's not outright like spoken or said to you. It's just like, actually no, I might be chatting shit there. I might have not actually listened to the Elgod. He might have said beyond the pillars, so implying go back to the pillars. I really am just a moron who's just like stumbling through life at this moment in time. Yeah, so let's get back to the pillars. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, there's two, there was one cancelled, I guess 3 cancelled games out of the 5. So there was 5 games that were released, 3 that were cancelled. So anyways, getting back to it, you had Legacy Kain, Dark Prophecy, the one that I would have been interested in because like it's continuing, you know, Kain's storyline. Then you have Dead Sun, made by I think it was by Climax Studios. I think they're called Climax Studios. Watch it just be completely stupid if it isn't that, and I don't know any of my facts. But yeah, like they were making Dead Sun like a single player thing. It looked way too much like they're just copying Raziel's character. It's just like I'm more interested in like having actual Kain in the legacy of Kain. Mainly because it's, you know, Simon Templeman, and like Simon Templeman is just bloody awesome. I watched him in like some shitty sitcom called, I think it was called The Neighbours or something, where like he was playing an alien, like this Yorkshireman who was in like California, America, and he's just like, I'm an alien now, guys. This is my TV show. It was complete dog shit. It was like an ABC show as well. Like, you know, ABC are just cookie cutter, family friendly bullshit channel. Even though I really like Lost, the TV series. I digress. There was 2 cancelled games, and then after Dead Sun was scrapped, they went straight into an aerial cutscene, which I'm going to show up now.
Like a corpse in a shallow grave, corruption rises to the surface. Beyond these pillars, the defiled victim mutely screams its outrage.
Cool. Right, so what is going on with me? I think the more I'm talking, the more insane I'm getting. Like, is it just right over there? It's right over there. I went a long way in like my brother's co-op playthrough. Right, Jesus H. Christ, you have you have Crystal Dynamics, they cancel the Dark Prophecy. You have Climax Studios, they cancelled Dead Sun. Then they start working on like the multiplayer part of that game that was going to be part of that game. The multiplayer part called just Nosgoth. It was supposed to be set between in between this storyline between Raziel's death and his resurrection. So Raziel was just killed, and like it was about vampire hunters versus vampires, and it was free to play, kind of Left 4 Dead-y, 4v4. It was shit, pretty much.
The ancient tomb of the SARAFAN, once impenetrably sealed, now ravaged by Nosgoth's upheavals, its mysteries lay exposed. In the time of Vorador, centuries before Kain was made, the SARAFAN warrior priests waged a merciless war against the vampire tribes of Nosgoth. Emboldened by righteousness, they committed unspeakable and indiscriminate acts of violence, massacring fledglings and ancients alike. They decimated entire bloodlines in mere decades. Now their husks lay here, murderers enshrined.
Oh yeah, very good. So anyways, it's going to be more dialogue because that's this kind of game. It's just the kind of game it is, folks. Hope you enjoyed the story.
Take heed, Raziel. A forgotten history lies within. Know thyself, though it may destroy you.
The cute boys might destroy me. Or maybe not. Oh great, he's right behind me. I didn't actually mean to pick this up, but... there you go. Did you like that? Yeah. So there was a multiplayer game called Nosgoth, and it was just like, what are you doing with this series? I think that was Climax Studios as well, and it was just, it was I don't have a chance to speak. I'll tell my story after this.
As I pulled the stone free, a sigh of sepulchral air escaped the inner chamber. I was not prepared for what lay beyond this threshold. These crypts, defiled caskets of Seraphan saints, bearing my brother's names and my own. The irony of Kain's blasphemous act rushed in on me with the crushing force of revelation. Were my hands not as bloody as these? Worse, I had spilled the blood of my brothers, these very comrades whose tombs lay ravaged before me.
Yes, Raziel, you were a Sarafan, born of the same force that all but destroyed your race. Before the dawn of the Empire, you were chosen. Kain, Nosgoth's solitary self-declared monarch, plundered this tomb and raised you from these crypts. Breathing his vampiric gift into your defiled corpses, he resurrected you as his favored sons.
Oh, that's very nice of Daddy Kain. Woo! I'm gonna go straight into a boss fight right now. Well, it's a guy called Moloch, and I guess it's a substitute for like the Tyrell fight that never happened.
Heretic, you shall not pass.
Such loyalty to one who has you guarding this outpost like a chained dog? Do you prosper on the scraps he casts you?
Your insults will do nothing to blunt the agonies of your demise.
Kain killed me once. Behold the result. I have no more to fear from you.
Well, I fear him. He's a Tyrellan. It's like, they can do projectile blasts like that, and he's like one of the strongest bloody... They're the strongest enemies in the entire game. Like that. See that? Tyrellan do not mess around. Anyways. Let's try that again.
This relic has infused you with the power to compress and manipulate space. As your symbiotic weapon, the Soul Reaver is also thus enhanced. You may focus and project an orb of kinetic energy to strike objects that are otherwise beyond your reach.
Oh, alright, so I think, yeah, shoot, and then you can aim and shoot. There's no reticle now, you just have to kind of look where his arm is and just presume it's going to hit that direction. I have to go that way, but like, a quick note on like my entire story. Jesus. Nosgoth was a multiplayer game that no one gave a shit about. It's like, this is not what people buy the Legacy Kain series for. They buy it for the story. And yeah, essentially it was scrapped, and then the guys who did that multiplayer thing, they made Rocket League. There you go. That's the end. Bye.